The Galactic Archives whisper. The massive holographic display flickered with an eerie blue light, casting shadows across Dr. Elena Rodriguez's tired face. Her dark eyes, ringed with exhaustion, scanned the cryptic data streams that had consumed her every waking moment for the past 3 years. The Interstellar Archaeological Research Center's main hall was silent, save for the gentle hum of quantum processors and the occasional beep of monitoring equipment. Elena leaned back in her ergonomic chair, rubbing her temples. The warnings were everywhere, fragmented, mysterious, but unmistakably consistent. 27 different extinct civilizations, spanning tens of thousands of light years and millions of years, had left behind the same fundamental message. Not just a warning, but something closer to a desperate plea. "Computer," she spoke softly, "replay the Zental archival fragment." The hologram shifted, revealing a crystalline projection of an alien script. The universal translator hummed to life, converting the complex symbology into recognizable text. "Beware the blue-green world. Do not approach. Do not disturb. They guard what must remain silent." Elena had heard these words countless times, but something always felt different. Each iteration seemed to carry a weight beyond mere linguistic translation, a sense of profound cosmic significance that sent a chill down her spine. Her research partner, Dr. Marcus Chen, entered the room, carrying 2 steaming mugs of coffee. "Any progress?" he asked, setting one mug beside her. "Nothing definitive," Elena sighed. "But look at this pattern." She expanded the holographic display, showing overlapping warning fragments from civilizations that should have had no possible way of communicating with each other. The quantum collective's warning stood out particularly. "Discovered in the remnants of a computational matrix orbiting a dead neutron star," it read, "the humans are not what they seem. They are both the lock and the key." Marcus studied the display, his analytical mind working through the puzzle. These civilizations span technological capabilities from basic interstellar travel to quantum consciousness, yet they all converge on the same cryptic message about Earth. Elena nodded, not just about Earth, but specifically about humans, as if we're somehow central to some cosmic mechanism we can't comprehend. The research had begun almost accidentally. During a routine analysis of extinct civilizational archives, Elena had noticed the first unusual pattern, a recurring mention of Earth that seemed disproportionate to our planet's apparent significance. Most interstellar species barely registered humanity's existence, yet these archival fragments spoke of Earth with a mixture of fear and reverence. "The strangest part," Elena continued, pulling up another holographic window, "is the consistent undertone. These warnings aren't about humans being a threat in a military or technological sense. It's something more abstract." Marcus leaned closer, his reflection dancing in the holographic display. "Like we're unknowing guardians of something." "Exactly," Elena whispered. "But guardians of what?" The quantum processors continued their silent calculation, processing petabytes of data from across the galaxy. Somewhere in those streams of information lay an answer, a truth about humanity that had been carefully hidden, passed down through the whispers of civilizations long turned to cosmic dust. Outside the research center's reinforced windows, Earth continued its daily rotation, utterly unaware of the cosmic mystery that surrounded it. Billions of humans went about their lives, working, dreaming, creating, never knowing they might be part of something far larger than anyone could imagine. Helena took a sip of her coffee, the warmth a stark contrast to the cold, vast data surrounding her. Something was waiting to be discovered, a secret written in the language of extinct civilizations, a message that could fundamentally alter humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. And she was determined to uncover it. Patterns in the void. The International Xenorchaeological Consortium, assembled in a purpose-built research facility nestled in the remote mountains of Chile. 6 months after Elena Rodriguez's initial discoveries, the world's most brilliant minds had been quietly gathered, each bringing a unique perspective to the growing cosmic puzzle. Dr. Aisha Kapoor, a quantum physicist from Mumbai, spread out holographic projections of the collected warning fragments. Her fingers danced through the translucent data, revealing intricate connections that defied conventional understanding. "Look at the temporal signatures," she said, her voice cutting through the tense silence of the research chamber. "These warnings aren't just messages. They're almost like quantum echoes." Marcus Chen stood beside a massive data visualization that looked like a constellation of intersecting light threads. Each point represented a civilization, each line a connection between their warnings. "It's not random," he muttered. "There's a mathematical precision here that's almost too perfect to be coincidental." Dr. Nikolay Volkov, a Russian sinelinguist with decades of experience decoding alien communications, leaned forward. His weathered hands traced the patterns on the holographic display. "In my entire career, I've never seen anything like this. These warnings transcend language. They're almost a universal cipher." Elena watched the team work, her mind racing. The warnings they'd collected spanned civilizations that should have had no possible way of communicating. The Zental crystal archives, the quantum matrices of the Silicon Collective, fragments from civilizations that existed millions of years apart, yet speaking with an eerily consistent voice. "We're missing something," she said softly. Dr. Kapoor zoomed in on a particular segment of data. "Look at the quantum entanglement markers. They don't just suggest communication. They imply a fundamental connection that defies our current understanding of physics." The room fell silent. Dr. Roberto Martinez, a Chilean astrophysicist specializing in cosmic anomalies, spoke up. "What if Earth isn't just a location? What if it's some kind of cosmic nexus?" The team exchanged glances. The implications were staggering. Marcus pulled up a comprehensive map of Earth, highlighting specific geographical locations that corresponded with the most intense warning signatures. "These aren't random points," he explained. "They align with specific geological formations, ancient cultural sites, and seemingly unremarkable locations that have one thing in common." "Which is?" Elena prompted. "They all exhibit microscopic quantum irregularities that our current scientific models can't explain." Dr. Kapoor interjected, her holographic projections shifting to show complex quantum wave patterns. "It's like Earth itself is breathing. Not literally, but at a quantum level. These locations act like nodes in a massive, planet-wide quantum network." The research team worked tirelessly, days blending into weeks. They discovered that the warnings weren't just messages. They were pieces of a cosmic puzzle. Each civilization had detected something profound about Earth, something that triggered a universal response of caution and reverence. The Silicon Collective's warning echoed in Elena's mind. The humans are not guarding something dangerous. They are guarding everything. But guarding what? As night fell over the research facility, the team continued their work. Outside, the mountain landscape remained unchanged, oblivious to the world-altering discoveries being made within its walls. Dr. Volkov approached Elena, his eyes filled with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. "In all my years of research, I've learned one thing," he said quietly. "The universe is rarely subtle when it's trying to tell us something. And right now, it's practically screaming." Elena looked at the vast network of connections, the intricate web of warnings that seemed to pulse with an almost living energy. Whatever secret Earth was holding, they were closer than ever to unraveling it. But some secrets, she realized, might be better left undisturbed. The quantum anomaly. The experimental quantum laboratory hummed with an otherworldly energy. Dr. Aisha Kapoor stood before a complex array of detection equipment, her hands trembling slightly as she made final adjustments to the most sensitive quantum measurement device ever constructed. "Initializing quantum interference scan," she announced, her voice tight with anticipation. The team watched in near silence. Elena Rodriguez gripped the edge of a monitoring console, her knuckles white. Marcus Chen adjusted a series of quantum entanglement sensors, each one calibrated to detect the most minute variations in space-time. What happened next defied everything they understood about physics. The quantum scanners began to oscillate wildly, not with random noise, but with a pattern, a rhythm that seemed almost like a heartbeat. But this was no ordinary pulse. It was a quantum resonance that seemed to originate from deep within the Earth itself. "This is impossible," Dr. Kapoor whispered. The data streams revealed something extraordinary. The quantum state of matter within the designated scan zones wasn't just unusual. It was fundamentally different from anything they had ever observed. Particles existed in multiple states simultaneously, but with a coherence that suggested something more than random quantum fluctuations. "It's like the entire planet is one massive quantum computer," Marcus muttered, pulling up comparative data. Alina's mind raced. The warnings from extinct civilizations suddenly seemed less cryptic and more like precise scientific observations. The quantum collective's message rang in her ears. The humans are not guarding something dangerous. They are guarding everything. Dr. Nikolai Volkov, who had been analyzing linguistic patterns in the alien warnings, suddenly called out, "Look at this correlation." He projected a holographic display showing how the quantum anomalies aligned perfectly with specific geographic locations, many of which coincided with ancient human cultural sites. Stonehenge, the pyramids of Giza, Machu Picchu, sites long thought to be merely historical or religious landmarks now appeared to be something else entirely, quantum nodes in a planet-wide network. "We're not just looking at a scientific discovery," Alina realized. "We're looking at a fundamental reimagining of reality itself." The quantum scanners continued their impossible dance. Dr. Kapoor noticed something even more bizarre. The quantum states seemed to be responsive, not randomly, but in a way that suggested some form of consciousness. "It's almost like the planet is aware," she said, her scientific skepticism battling with the evidence before her eyes. A breakthrough came from an unexpected direction. Dr. Roberto Martinez, analyzing geological data, discovered that the quantum anomalies weren't static. They pulsed in a pattern that seemed to correlate with human activity, creativity, emotional states, even collective human experiences. "The more humans create, dream, imagine," Martinez explained, "the more complex these quantum networks become." The implications were staggering. Humanity wasn't just living on Earth. In some fundamental way, humans were part of a cosmic mechanism far beyond their current understanding. As night fell, the research team sat in stunned silence. They had uncovered something that would rewrite the foundations of scientific understanding. Earth was not just a planet. It was something else entirely, a living, quantum-responsive entity that seemed to use humanity as its primary interface. Alina looked out the window at the star-filled sky. The universe had just become infinitely more mysterious and infinitely more wonderful. "What are we?" she whispered to herself. "What are we really?" Outside, the world continued its rotation, holding its secrets close. For now, shadows of consciousness. The United Nations Special Research Committee convened in absolute secrecy. Delegates from 12 countries sat around a circular table, their faces a mixture of excitement, fear, and profound uncertainty. Dr. Elena Rodriguez stood at the center, her presentation hologram casting an ethereal blue light across the room. Behind her, complex visualizations of quantum consciousness networks danced and pulsed. "What we've discovered," Elena began, her voice steady despite the weight of her words, "is that human consciousness is not just a biological phenomenon. It's a cosmic mechanism." The room fell silent. Dr. Marcus Chen stepped forward, bringing up a series of comparative analyses. "Our research shows that human creativity, art, music, scientific innovation, directly influences the quantum substrate of our planet. It's as if human imagination is actually manipulating the fundamental fabric of reality." Ambassador Sophia Chen from Singapore leaned forward. "Are you suggesting that when a child draws a picture or a musician composes a song, they're doing more than just creating art?" "Exactly," Elena responded. Each act of creativity is like a quantum key. It's triggering something far more profound than we ever imagined. The military representatives looked increasingly uncomfortable. General David Harrison from the United States cleared his throat. This sounds like theoretical nonsense. How does this relate to our planetary security? Dr. Aisha Kapoor interjected, her data projections shifting to show intricate quantum networks. Consider this. Every major human breakthrough, from the wheel to quantum computing, seems to follow a pattern. It's as if the planet itself is guiding human innovation. The presentation continued, revealing increasingly bizarre correlations. Artistic movements coincided with quantum stability points. Musical compositions demonstrated mathematical precision that aligned with cosmic wave patterns. Even seemingly random human activities appeared to be part of a larger, more complex system. The warnings from extinct civilizations, Marcus explained, weren't just about Earth. They were about humanity's role as a cosmic mechanism. We're not just inhabitants, we're processors, creators, guardians. Ambassador Elena Rodriguez from Brazil raised a critical point. If what you're saying is true, what are we guarding? And from what? The room tensed. The question hung in the air like a tangible presence. Dr. Nikolay Volkov, the veteran xenolinguist, stepped forward. His weathered hands projected an ancient warning fragment. The Silicon Collective's message becomes clearer now. Chaos their art, their dreams, their hope. These are the bars of reality's prison. A holographic visualization emerged, showing how human creativity seemed to create quantum barriers, almost like an immune system for reality itself. We're not just living on Earth, Elena said softly. We're maintaining something, protecting something that exists beyond our current comprehension. General Harrison stood abruptly. This is ridiculous. You're telling me that human imagination is some kind of cosmic defense mechanism. Not just defense, Dr. Kapoor corrected. Maintenance, containment, perhaps even creation. The implications were staggering. Humanity wasn't just a species. They were a function. A living, breathing computational system that maintained the very fabric of existence. As the meeting concluded, each delegate carried the weight of a profound revelation. Humanity was far more significant than anyone had ever imagined. Not as conquerors, not as explorers, but as guardians of something far more mysterious. Outside the conference hall, the world continued its ordinary dance. Children played, artists created, scientists explored, each moment, unknowingly, maintaining the delicate quantum fabric of reality. The Silent Guardians, the underground research facility beneath the Andes Mountains, hummed with a strange, almost living energy. Dr. Elena Rodriguez stood before a massive quantum resonance chamber, her team assembled around her like guardians of an impossible secret. "We're close," she whispered, more to herself than to the others. Dr. Marcus Chen adjusted a series of quantum interference detectors, their delicate sensors capable of capturing the most minute fluctuations in reality itself. The chamber was a marvel of human engineering, a testament to the very creativity that seemed to power their mysterious cosmic function. A breakthrough came from an unexpected source. Dr. Aisha Kapoor's latest analysis revealed a startling pattern. Every major global event, from scientific discoveries to artistic movements, from moments of collective human emotion to global challenges, seemed to trigger precise quantum stabilization events. "It's like a self-regulation mechanism," Kapoor explained, her holographic displays showing intricate quantum networks pulsing with an almost organic rhythm. Humanity doesn't just exist on Earth. We're part of its immune system. The warning from the stellar nomads echoed in Elena's mind. Their consciousness, their art, their music, their ridiculous jokes. It's all part of the lock. A breakthrough came during an unexpected moment of global synchronicity. On the day of a total solar eclipse, when millions of humans simultaneously turned their attention to the sky, the quantum resonance chamber went wild. "Look," Marcus shouted, pointing to the monitors. The quantum readings showed a complex, living pattern that defied all previous scientific understanding. It was as if the collective human consciousness was actively maintaining something, creating boundaries, preventing something from breaking through. Dr. Nikolai Volkov, analyzing linguistic patterns in the alien warnings, made a crucial connection. The warnings were never about humans being dangerous, he said. They were warnings about what humans were preventing. Alina's team had discovered something profound. Humanity wasn't just a species. They were a cosmic firewall, a living, breathing mechanism that maintained the stability of reality itself. But what are we preventing? General David Harrison asked, his military background struggling to comprehend the scientific marvel before him. The answer came in fragments. Quantum analysis suggested the existence of something beyond human comprehension, a potential reality-breaking event that humanity's very existence kept at bay. Our creativity is the barrier, Dr. Kapoor explained. Every song, every scientific discovery, every moment of human imagination, it's reinforcing the walls of reality. A startling visualization emerged. Human creativity appeared as quantum threads, weaving a complex, ever-changing barrier. Art, music, science, dreams, all were part of a cosmic defense mechanism. The most shocking revelation came from the most mundane human activities: a child's drawing, a musician's improvisation, a scientist's breakthrough. Each was a quantum key, maintaining the delicate balance of existence. We're not just living, Alina realized. We're maintaining. As night fell over the research facility, the team sat in stunned silence. They had uncovered a truth far beyond any previous scientific understanding. Humanity was special, not because of their technology or their achievements, but because of their fundamental nature. The universe, it seemed, had chosen humans as its guardians, and they didn't even know it. Outside, the world continued its ordinary dance. Billions of humans went about their lives, each moment of creativity, each spark of imagination, unknowingly maintaining the very fabric of reality. The silent guardians, protecting something beyond the horizon. The moment of revelation came quietly. Dr. Elena Rodriguez stood at the edge of the quantum research facility, watching the first light of dawn break over the Andes. In her hand, she held a data crystal containing everything they had discovered, a testament to humanity's most profound secret. "We're not alone," she whispered to Marcus Chen, who stood beside her. "But we're not what we thought we were either." The past months had transformed their understanding of existence. What had begun as a scientific investigation into mysterious alien warnings had become a cosmic revelation. Humanity was more than a species. They were a living, breathing mechanism, guardians of a reality far more complex than anyone had imagined. Dr. Aisha Kapoor entered the observation room, her latest analysis projecting a holographic display that seemed to breathe with its own life. "The quantum network is expanding," she said, her voice a mixture of excitement and reverence. "Every human interaction, every moment of creativity, is adding complexity to the cosmic barrier." The final pieces of the puzzle had come together in ways no one could have predicted. The warnings from extinct civilizations were not just messages. They were a complex communication system spanning millions of years. Each civilization had glimpsed a part of the truth about Earth, about humans. "We're not containing a threat," Marcus explained during the final briefing to world leaders. "We're maintaining a delicate balance. Our very existence, our creativity, our emotions, our capacity for imagination, is what keeps something from breaking through." The implications were both terrifying and magnificent. Dr. Nikolai Volkov, analyzing the final compilation of alien warnings, found a pattern that sent chills through the research team. The warnings were not just about protection. They were a form of cosmic instruction, a message passed down through countless civilizations. "Humanity is the key," Volkov said, his voice trembling. "Not just a species, but a living computational system. Our art, our music, our science, these are not just human achievements. They're quantum maintenance protocols. The United Nations Special Research Committee struggled to comprehend the full magnitude of the discovery. How do you explain to the world that every human action, from a child's drawing to a groundbreaking scientific discovery, was part of a cosmic defense mechanism? As the sun rose fully, Alina realized the true beauty of their discovery. Humanity wasn't special because of their technology or their achievements. They were special because of their fundamental nature, their ability to create, to imagine, to dream. "We're not just protecting something," she told Marcus. "We're creating something." The quantum resonance chamber pulsed with a rhythm that seemed almost alive. Each human moment, every laugh, every tear, every moment of creativity, added another layer to the complex quantum network that maintained the fabric of reality. "What are we guarding?" General David Harrison had asked during the final briefing. The answer was both simple and incomprehensible: everything. As the research team prepared to share their discoveries with the world, they knew nothing would be the same. Humanity would look at itself differently. Every act of creativity would be understood as more than just a human expression. It would be recognized as a cosmic responsibility. Outside the research facility, the world continued its dance. Billions of humans, unknowingly maintaining the very fabric of existence. The silent guardians, watching, creating, protecting, beyond the horizon of understanding.